Hello, beautiful souls. It is so amazing to be back and chatting to you today. And there is so many new beautiful souls on my profiles at the moment on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. So huge, massive, warm and loving welcome to every single one of you. And if you are new over here, please let me know. Please comment below you are new. I would love to send you a special blessing and a love and welcome you into this beautiful family of light tribe. And I wanted to share with you something that has been life-changing on my journey, and I wanted to share with you briefly about the time when I was doing very actively Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, meditations, breath, and I wasn't fully getting the results. And I want to share with you the time that I was doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's work very actively and his meditation and breath, and I got more of the results that I was desiring, and they happened in such a beautiful, amazing way. My name is Eliza Mozal. I am an energy healer, spiritual mentor, and I am helping people to heal their energy so they can manifest from a healed frequency the life they desire. And if you at some point have any questions throughout this video, post them below. I recently got many questions about what meditations have you done, what have you done, what happened, what was the shift, what was the change. So I want to share with you that for about, oh my goodness, it must be like a year, maybe year and a half, I was doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, and I was very actively soaking up as much of that knowledge as I could nearly every single day. Reading book, listening to Dr. Joe, and actively doing my breath, despite my mind labeling that experience as this is weird, this is crazy, I'm shaking, I'm doing this. If someone would know, despite all of that internal chatter, I kept on going and doing the breath and meditation. And internally, a lot has been shifting and changing. Internally, yet outside of me, that environment that I was in was still not changing, because I was not changing deep and profound enough to not be weakened by my environment I was in at the moment. And there was a huge, massive shift for me when I got that like a depression episode, when I just couldn't figure out what the heck is going on and what the heck am I doing wrong. I am doing all the things that they are suggested. They get results, I don't get the results. Not even that, I feel at peace and okay, content, seems like from outside everything is okay, but internally I feel like I am dying, like something is seriously wrong. So I had no idea what's going on, and straight away the first thought, there is something wrong with me. I'm doing something wrong here. All of these people getting the results, they're happy, they're content, they're overcoming their challenges, and here it is totally different story. And I see as well on lots of platforms, lots of people is doing this phenomenal work that is based on these beautiful teachings from Dr. Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, and Bruce Lipton. These beautiful souls have met spirituality, love, and science together and bring it to us, what helps us to shift and expand. So that depression episode was a moment in my life when I decided, okay, this is an invitation. This is an invitation. Would I actually sit down and without being squished by the internal pain? I don't think so. So, in my specific case, I had to. That doesn't mean everyone else had to, but in my case, it was because the difference between meditation and going into the world, and the difference between the energy in the meditation and in between the morning and nighttime meditation was huge. And that was a massive, massive gap. So let's say I was meditating normally for about an hour and a half, 45 minutes at the morning, 45 minutes at nighttime, roughly around, sometimes more, sometimes less. So that's an hour and a half throughout out of 24 hours. So what's happening with all the other time, okay? Especially when I feel triggered, especially when some planet is retrograde, right? Especially when I am hearing that internal voice telling to me again, I am worthless and I'm not good enough and it's never gonna change. Nothing is gonna change for me because I'm meant to live this struggle. That's just how things are. So the things really change when I decide that I've got to go deeper. Because if I'm not getting results, it means I am missing something. And it took me a while on my own to figure out what was it. It took me actually a really long time. And that's the problem. Because if I would, instead of doing it all on my own, turn to someone specifically who did what I wanted to do, who overcame what I needed to overcome, the problem will be solved much faster. Much faster. But because I was doing it on my own, through this work, through just diving really deeply into meditations, I had my beautiful divine guidance that I was expanding in, but it took a long time. And thank God as well, because now I can bring to you the findings, the things that don't work. So it really didn't work for me to do just an hour and a half meditation a day. Then there was a huge thing I found out after I dove deep into those meditations, that there is a moment, like a shaking moment when you are deep in the meditation, between crossing that eye of the needle that Dr. Joe talks about. There is this moment when things get like really deep, and this is the moment that majority of people, maybe 90%, maybe 99%, they get themselves out of it. This is a really deep state, and I remember those states, seeing them as visions, like hanging in a pure pitch black darkness of the really tall skyscraper, building with just my fingers, hanging like that. And the invitation was to let go, surrender, allow yourself to fall. Because I remember approaching this moment before diving really deep. That's air conditioning around our property that we are staying. If you can see, it's pretty tropic and paradise and beautiful. This is another manifestation I am so grateful for. So there was this moment, and it still is, if I'm zonking out of meditations and I didn't went deep for some time. So majority of people is getting out of that, oh, it felt too much, it felt like I'm gonna fall or something. You meant to fall. You meant to surrender more than ever before in each meditation. You meant to change your state of being by dissolving, disappearing, being nothing, no one, and in the same time when you are breathing into your body actively, with the breath or in the meditation. All of it meant to change. And another thing I had to see, it was a big thing because I see people suffering with that as well. They do Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, but they don't get results. And the thing is that Dr. Joe, it is not just doing meditation, then, oh yeah, I did it, okay, or I listened to meditation. Sometimes I hear people talking about listening to meditation. That never got me any results at all. What is the most important, at least it was on my journey, and I see other people struggling with the same thing, is finding out those emotions, energy in motion, emotion, those trapped, stuck energies that most of the time subconsciously, when we are not aware of, we are in. So those old thought patterns, that some deep addiction towards sadness, there is a lot of stored, trapped in the body, unprocessed sadness. There is lots of studies that comes out right now about the fascia in the body and how over there things are stored that make this hologram of how I look like, how I feel like today, who I am today, memory of that stored in fascia. So if there is no movement involved, if there is no joy involved in it, and waking up with a specific intention and being in it firmly and strongly, because stronger energy wins, that all the motion is going to come and make you go out of your alignment, you have just been creating in a meditation. So it isn't just meditation, it is all about the energy and emotions we feel, the thoughts we think, the actions we take. Are they in alignment with it or not? Because I could say to myself, I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy. But then I was in the shop and I seen something pretty and I went to buy something for someone as a birthday gift and something for myself. And I would say no to myself and I would buy them something. What does that say? That I am not worthy. Someone else is worthy of my own money and attention and focus, but not me. Okay? If you catch yourself doing that, the excuse is usually I don't have money, but I have to show up as I have in the front of other people. But we forget that we are that focal point. We are seeing how we are treating ourselves. This is the God within. That's why there is no running away here from being honest with yourself and how you treat yourself. And another thing, massive mistake, I know it's gonna help a lot of you over here, is that there was a period that I was doing meditations to run away from my current reality, to run away from how I think and feel, instead of learning to process these emotions, not stay hooked on them, not to make this my permanent address, because like attracts like, right? Guilt and shame is not going to create more freedom and joy, but processing and allowing that guilt and shame to be seen, acknowledged, then it is absolutely natural process that it's happening after, when that emotion is being transmuted on its own. So that's a whole different energy. And Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about approaching anything from a place of wholeness instead of a place of brokenness. So there is a lot of over there. And the true shift was when I knew, after even meditating so deeply, 3-4 hours a day, I went through many, every single day, mystical experiences, that they showed me a whole different world. Absolutely beautiful and phenomenal. But I desired as well, after fulfilling my basic needs, I desired basic needs, first, second and third energy center, fourth energy center, passion and desires. And we meant to desire. We didn't came here just to fulfill our needs, we meant to desire. Hi Virginia, it's so nice to see you. Thank you, Eliza, I needed to hear this today. You are welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hi Jenny. If any one of you is coming here to the room, please say hello in the comment section. Another thing that really made a massive difference was to realize how these thoughts, feelings and emotions and actions are all of them in alignment. Because if I take action that it is amazing for me, but my thoughts are guilt and shame and fear around it, that's a whole different story. So I had to learn that, oh my goodness, I'm doing these 3-4 hour meditations and I'm changing internally so much, but my outside world, it stays not the way I would like it to be. Okay? Frustration again, frustration again, frustration again. And then I just took time off everything, out of all of social media. I went on an internal physical cleanse as well. I detached from all the noise, all the crowd, everything, and I just allowed my own heart to bloom whenever it is gonna feel safe to bloom and tell me more. And that was the time, just out of nowhere, the right person showed up and I asked them for help. I allowed myself to receive help. I didn't came here to do it all on my own. So I finally allowed myself to feel worthy to ask for help and receive the help, and that was a massive change, because this is when in such a short period of time, and I mean really short, something that took me 2 or 3 or 4 years, over there with that person within a week or a month was shifted. That's a huge difference. That's a profound life changing support and help that I have received from a coach at last time. And I realized that the emotions and feelings I am feeling from very morning are not in alignment with the future I desire outside of me. Internally I can be great and amazing and awesome, but there is a lot missing in my emotional state. and I learned, oh my goodness, this is what it means when Dr. Joe Dispenza says you cannot create a whole new life based on the old energy. Even if it is shifted just a little bit, it has to be a whole shift of energy. So I fully understand what does it mean. Heal your energy and you will heal your life. And I started focusing 24/7 on me, on my thoughts, emotions and feelings, and I kept on asking for more help and more support when I needed, and I gave myself time out and off, and I allowed myself to dive in and process and release, and then shift again to those high elevated emotions with my eyes open and closed. And that's what was the most important key. Because I've been asked here, what meditation is the best? Where do I start? Breaking the habit of being yourself. That's where you start. You go to this supernatural book, either or, The Power of Now and 4 Agreements. All of these books are just a foundation and a basic. Which meditation that I did that made a difference? It didn't matter because it was about my attitude towards that meditation. So it was about me allowing myself to just stick with doing them, anyone I felt called to do at this day. And I did those beginner ones. I did this as well, Blessing of Energy Centers, the first one. The other ones, I didn't enjoy them that much as the first one. So I kept on doing the first one. Then I developed my own meditation that was absolutely groundbreaking for me, for the needs I had at this particular day, to take care of myself, to be parent to me, to heal within me, use the divine intelligence to heal within me and around me, whatever this particular day was ready to be healed. So there is a lot over there. You can find that through the links I attach in the video about 3-day event I have just hosted, explaining a lot over here that might be very helpful to many of you. But the biggest thing was healing my energy, my emotional state, and figuring out where and how I am knocked off my alignment and off my intention, which specific emotion, thought and feeling and action is there involved. So I had to learn to master my energy. Master my energy in motion, my emotion, when I am going through the day, when I am going through all of the challenges, when I am going through all of the shifts. And this is what is the total key. The environment, support, community of people actively doing what you are doing. I couldn't do it on my own. I had to be surrounded by people who do exactly this same thing, and I had to be constantly reminded with them about achievements, about what we overcame, what we are overcoming, and the foundation, the basics, constantly going back to healing my energy, mastering my energy. If that makes sense, please let me know in comment section, guys. Please let me know as well, what is it that you struggle with the most doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's work or any other inner shadow work. You're taking action, or you think you're taking action, and where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel trapped? Because usually there is an old emotion involved and an energy lowerer as well. There is an old emotion and frequency lowerer as well somewhere involved. It could be alcohol, it could be messaging your ex, it could be being jealous, it could be constantly being addicted to sadness, or being unable to process the anger stored within you in a healthy way, or not even allowing yourself to look within. Whatever it is specific for every one of us. So it has to be approached in a specific face-to-face, heart-to-heart way. If you seek any support or guidance, please let me know, message me. I have right now Energy Mastery Empire Mastermind doors open, that they are going to close soon. If you are interested in that, or you feel called to ask for help, you feel called to receive help, you feel called to work on that stuff in a group environment, with someone who did what you are trying to do, but it just didn't happen so far, I truly believe that would be the best place for you. It is designed for those who are done with repeating the old. It is designed as well for those who already been doing the work for a while and don't get results, as well as for those who are just starting on this work. They are a little bit like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? What is the best thing to do? How do I not make all of these mistakes that Eliza is talking about? This is it. If you are craving to experience a new chapter in your life, but a new, I mean a new one, where you feel like an entirely new and different person, I would highly suggest to click on that link, read about it, ask your beautiful heart what you are worthy of, what do you believe is the best for you right now, and take action, ASAP, take action. Get that book, hire that coach, get into that mastermind, whatever it is for you, your heart tells you. Maybe it is stop watching TV entirely, like entirely, okay? For someone else might be, oh, I got to get out of that work environment and quit entirely right now without worrying about money, but just taking a leap the way I did a year ago, and after that money followed and came and found me knocking to my door 24/7 because I followed my heart. You can see more and read more about everything I do and talk about on this platform, on Instagram, on YouTube, Eliza Mozal, everywhere. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being phenomenal. As well, I received hundreds of comments. It will be thousands likes for the stuff I shared recently. So from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank every single one of you for joining me in celebration of life, celebration of one another's achievements, celebration of being alive here and now. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing this work. Thank you for showing up here for yourself and for the whole world. The reason I do it, the reason I'm so passionate about it, is because I know, I heard the call in my heart to be more than I've been shown to be so much more, and shine the light for the whole world, to show other people and share with other people my high frequency so they can use it to elevate themselves. That's why when you're watching this, if you're already heart connected, your heart is open, you will feel my strong energy. You will feel the passion I'm talking about. You will feel my own heart coherence. You will feel the energy that I am bringing in to every content I am posting here. And that's what my passion is. My passion is to shine that brightest light so you can see, oh my God, I'm the same, I'm no different. I can do the same that she did, and even more, and even more. And I can tap into that divine intelligence within me and all around me. I don't have to be a slave to my old emotions any longer. I don't have to obey these old thoughts. So that's my purpose. My purpose is to show you are worthy, but you're the only one who can take action to prove that to yourself. It's like food, I cannot chew it for you. You've got to do it yourself. Thank you for being here. I'm sending you lots of love, many blessings. If you would like to ask more questions, if you seek support and help and guidance, please message me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Lots of love.